Welcome back to Greenwich Valley for episode 19 with me, MrSealyp. Well, this is a fantastic start to the day, isn't it? Rain. Not what I was hoping for. Biogas plant paid out. We did really well off that. But I was hoping to get cracking this morning. Never mind. The rain has finally passed. We got past midnight. We got paid all right. 304 grand. We'll take that. We're up to 677,000. Now, the weirdness of the barn sell point continues. I will show you. Look at the very end. Barn. 2,350 now for straw pellets and 2,631 for hay pellets. Yesterday that was 1,000 and something, then it was 900 and something, then there wasn't anything there at all. So I'm going to make the most of that, or at least the best I can. Oh yeah, before we do anything, this is what we've kind of been building up to. It'd be daft if I miss out on this opportunity. Let's get debt free, shall we? Let's repay the loan. We've got enough money in the bank now. Let's clear the debt. That's what I came on board for. We are, as of now, debt free, and we've got 337,000 in the bank. We are going to be making more money than what we're going to be doing now. Everything from now is profit. Everything now goes back into the farm. Buying new machinery, buying bigger fields, buying whatever we want to do. If we want to now start buying fertiliser, so we can use our lime spreader to lime and fertiliser with solid fertiliser maybe. I'm thinking about using that, getting the new Cavernan one maybe. That'll make fertilising a lot quicker. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Agramash is free and it has its certain uses at certain points, but if you've got to a point where you're solvent, if you've got enough money, if you can afford to buy fertiliser on the farm and all that kind of thing, then you might want to then move on to, speed makes you more productive, generally speaking. If that speed comes at a cost where the production isn't making any money, then it kind of renders it pointless, but we'll have a look at it. So what we've got then is the Vicon Fast Bale. We are going to be baling all of the straw swaths, and it means I can do this now without stopping. Let's open this up, turn it on, drop that down, and let's crack on with this. Turning circle wasn't great on that. Pickup's pretty good on this as far as I recall. Now weirdly, a lot of people have been saying that they've bought, leased various versions of this from their local dealer and they're having problems with it. That it's only running at 5 miles an hour, that they're having to pull it using 500 horsepower tractors. It does say it only requires 150 horsepower. I'm just pulling it. It's running at 12 miles an hour. I haven't got to worry. Yeah, and we're doing what we need to. I'm not having to press any buttons to unload. It's doing it all for me. I can just put the cruise control on, sit back, away we go. This shouldn't take too long at all. I am incredibly curious to see how many bales we get though. And like I said, we are going to be doing a slightly different process. Yes, we are going to be pelleting. We're not going to be palletising these ones, so that is slightly different. I know I did one load of pellets when I was doing that kind of test, but I am going to be pelleting these, which is slightly different to what I've done before. But the other thing we're going to be doing, and I said I was going to do something differently, we're going to be bringing the pelletiser out to us. So rather than transporting the bales all down to the plant and doing it all there, what I'm going to do is bring the pelletiser up here. Hopefully they're going to let us use the lorry from down at Mesh Pellets. We're going to bring it to the field, set it up, as long as the rain holds off. We're going to set it up, and then hopefully those bales don't just sprint into the bushes. And then what I can do is move the pelletiser from field to field. So then all I've got to do is, while it's pelletising, I'll just go out and around the field with the telehandler, picking bales up and just load them on. Now the other thing as well is I haven't, since I did the first look at the pelleting stuff when it all came out, I haven't done round bales on it, and my mind's now thinking it does take round bales, doesn't it? Because if it doesn't, oh well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm sure I did that on the thing when it came out. I'm sure I tested it with round bales. Or did I just say it did it but didn't actually test that it did? Oh, regardless, it doesn't matter. I've got 4 fields to bale. Oh, this thing is absolute beauty. Absolutely fantastic. And we're debt free. I'm so happy we've sorted out. We are debt free. That was the whole point. We are 19 episodes in. And we are now debt free. I said we are. The farm is. So potentially at the end of this as well, I might get some pay. Who knows? I might get paid for my work. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So if you didn't watch any of my the videos on this pack, on the Caverna and Vicon equipment pack DLC, this thing has a pre-chamber, and it pre-chambers the load when it's ready to transfer that into the back section, which would then normally go to wrap if you're doing grass bales. If you're doing hay or straw, it doesn't do the wrapping phase, it just puts it out the back, as you're seeing. So the pre-chamber fills up, puts it into the back, then the pre-chamber then carries on refilling like it is now. That bale goes out, the pre-chamber, that's what enables you to keep going, to keep running. And also then the auto unloads. I know it was I say it was a small thing, it wasn't, and you kind of got used to the fact that if you were doing round bales, there was that constant stop start, stop start, stop start, you know, and you had to L1 triangle, open it up, off it would go, L1 triangle, close it up, and if it was making a bale when you stopped, sometimes you would run on and you would miss bits of swaths, and it really could be an absolute pain. This thing just takes all of that pressure and trouble and hassle away. It actually brings a bit of joy back to round baling, which is brilliant. It cost me £5 to lease it, but what we're going to make back on the process out the other end is worth every penny of that, I think, anyway. I'm running at 11-12 miles an hour. Like I say, I'm not sure why. It's weird that a lot of people, like I say, have been reporting that it's not running properly. I mean, that could come down to a whole host of things. A lot of people have been saying that baling's been incredibly difficult of late. I think since they did the prep for this pack coming out, there was an update, a game update, which was to solve a load of bugs and issues that were on the game. But also to prepare for this pack coming out, and because of this, the fast baler and a few other bits and bobs. But then a lot of people then started reporting that they couldn't bale, that the straw add-on wasn't working properly, that they were using normal bales and it was saying bale not supported, certain balers weren't baling, wrappers weren't wrapping. I don't know, like I say, I haven't had that issue yet, but then I haven't used a separate wrapper, so I don't know. But no, I'm going to have to keep an eye on the bale count as we go, because obviously if we start getting close to the 200 mark, what I'll do is bring over all the stuff from mesh pellets. We'll start on the pelleting process, and then we can start clearing some of the bales into pellet form, and then it kind of takes that issue away. So if we do get close to our limit, we can do something about it. Right, so what we'll do now is up and down every other row, simply because turning circles is easier if you do every other row rather than trying to turn tightly round onto the next row. Do every other row out, then all the rows you haven't done back. I've got to hope I get enough of this done before the price at the barn starts to plummet again. Actually, the bales don't seem to be rolling. Not that I'm on particularly hilly ground, but again, if you're not aware of this piece of machinery, or whatever, you can turn the auto unload off. So if you are baling on a hillside and you're on a particularly steep bit, or you want a specific place to unload your bales, because what sometimes people will do is wait till they've got a full bale in there, then they'll drive it to a point where they want to unload, and they'll unload the bales manually. You can actually switch the auto unload off so you can unload them manually. It's entirely up to you which way around you want to do it, but it does give you the option either way, which is nice, you know. I was asked as well, can you turn off the wrap function for grass bales? You can't. Unfortunately, while this baler is an all-rounder, and this will do your bales now and auto unload them, it will wrap your grass bales. If you want to do grass bales but not wrap them, you have to use a regular round baler, not a baler wrapper, because they generally will wrap them anyway. I don't know if on PC there's an option to... I don't know if there's an option on any of those where you can turn that function off completely, I don't know. But anyway, so as you can imagine, and as I've said on a few of the episodes now, I've got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to crack on with that. And I'll see you in a little while when I've got more of the bales done and more of the fields. It's now 5 minutes past 4. Well, nearly 5 minutes. 3 minutes past 4. Let's be precise. And I've made an executive decision in light of what I've just been doing. We are up to 142 bales baled. I'm over on field 15 and I'm about halfway through field 15. We're up to 142. And I haven't even gone over to field 78 yet. I also thought the guys from from Mesh Pellets, oh, same thing, bought over the Primos. That's set up in the field, and I was going to use the telehandler and just bring each bale in. But when you look across the field, like, you think, that telehandler I've got only goes at 12 miles an hour as well. So I thought, you know what, the best thing to do is going to be collect them all up, and if I pile them up here by the side of the field, do the same with that one. I can put them here by the side of the field as well. I'm not taking up any space on the field I'll do my best to pile them up. Then I can just use the telehandler to just load up, keep going. And then when that's all done, I'll go and do the same over on field 15, and same on field 78. Then if I want to move the pre-moss over there, I can do that. It just kind of makes more sense, doesn't it, really, when you think about it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to spend a bit of time now going around collecting all these up and stacking them by the side. I'm also conscious of the fact, it now being 4:05, we are starting to lose the light. I want to get some pellets made and at least some delivered. Turn the beacon off now. Because I'm also worried that, because I thought, you know what, I'll just do it in the morning. I'll go through, do as much as I can do, but I'm really worried the price at the barn is going to plummet for straw. It's the best price by far, so I want to at least get some pellets done and over to the barn before it gets dark, or at least into twilight. That's where we're at. That's what I'm going to be doing. This is the Anderson RBM Pro 2000. How did I miss that one completely? With the hand grab. I love this. I love the way it puts them on as well and unloads. All of it. I just think it's brilliant. Don't use them often enough, these things. But I mean, even doing this is going to take a while, but it's certainly going to be a lot quicker than going and picking them up one bale at a time. I did think about putting the pre-moss in the middle of the field and I'm kind of equidistant out toward, but I thought it's still going to take me ages. So this seemed to be the better option. Now I know there are quite a few auto-load trailers. This will take 24 bales. We've got some that will take 36. And then there's that one, what's it called? I kept referring to as the rat, which it didn't get changed, did it? If I go into Baling technology and show you, we've got quite a few. So there's the actual kind of auto stack ones, I prefer to call them. Then the auto load ones, we've got a load of these do auto loading and go up to, how many bales? 26, 24. Then we've got these ones here that will do 34 round bales on that one, so 34 there. These ones will do smaller amounts, but there are different sizes of those available. Again, up to 26 on those. Oh, I've obviously uninstalled it. These ones, here we go. The Rat 200. That will do 44 round bales. So do 44 not on the stack, so laying on their side, which is what would be actually perfect, wouldn't it? 44 would be a lot quicker. But like I say, they're auto load, so they're the ones that kind of just go bump, 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 and just appear on there. So that's why I thought I'd go more with an auto stack than an auto load. For speed and ease of use, yeah. I mean, the other ones. I must admit, I do like to use the auto load trailers if I'm manually stacking. I know that sounds weird, because you're still going through the process of manually stacking. You're putting all those bales on there, no different to how you would do if you were just manually stacking onto a normal trailer. And the beauty of that is, if your stacking is absolutely bang on and no problem at all, and sometimes it is, you can load up a trailer and it's absolutely spot on and you're really happy with it, you can walk away, job done. If you make a few mistakes or it's a bit of a mess or whatever, with the auto load thing, once they're all on manually, you can just kind of then auto stack them and it tidies them all up. So it's cheating, I guess, a bit in a way, but the way I look at it, if you've already taken the time to manually load it anyway, all you're doing on that end bit is just a bit of tidying. If you want to get really, really tidy stacks doing them manually, it just comes down to practice. The more you do it, the better you get at it, the tidier they become, and it all looks rather lovely. So, now my intention before the end of the episode, well, one in this episode was to pay off the loan. We've done that. All of our hard work up to now has done that. I wanted to try out these various different things, which we're doing now. The fast bale I wanted to use. I wanted to do round bales on the pre-moss, which we're going to do in a minute, and pellets to the barn. So by the end of this episode I want to at least have taken one load of pellets to the barn, and that will have been all the various different processes I wanted to try done. what I'll be then doing is doing those processes just repeated over and over, because obviously I reckon I'm going to be knocking on, by the time I'm done, 180 odd bales, I reckon, somewhere around that, which is more than we got before, didn't we? How many did we get up last time? 160 something when I did the silage bales, didn't I? It was something like that, wasn't it? Whoa! Come on, there we go. So what we'll do is unload this one, and then the process of collecting all the rest of them up will be exactly the same as this, just across all the other fields. That's my first 24. What I'm intending to do is line these up in neat rows so that I can kind of access them easier with the loader. So I'm going to line them all up in the corner of the field here. I can put as many stacks along here as I want, hopefully. Well, within reason. I'm going to have a gap where the army is, aren't I? But so what we'll do now is unload. Now as that comes down to the ground, the best thing to do with these is to drive forward just a little bit as you go, otherwise they can catch on the ground. It doesn't always like it very much, so I find driving forward a little bit just helps. Sometimes they still go uneven. That doesn't look particularly great at the moment, but oh, it's alright. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. And then what it also means is using the various different bale grabs and whatnot on the telehandler, you can pick those up really nice and neatly. Top row off first, then the bottom rows, and away you go. So yeah, happy days. I'm going to carry on. I'll see you when we're putting some onto the Primos, and then I'll see you again when we've got a full load of pellets. Let's grab these from around here first, because they're in the way, aren't they? Okay, that field's clear. That field's nearly done. I've done 3 full loads and we'll just work on the next one. So I thought, you know what, while I've got them here, let's get cracking on getting the pellets made. I've got the Bresson-laid B50 AO3. Let's just drop it off. AR03, the B50 AR03. This grab is brilliant, love it. I've used it quite a lot for square bales now. This is my, other than the big bag lifter from the CSZ pack, this is my kind of go-to for doing bales. It's absolutely brilliant. And what we need to do first though is get in that, start the engine, turn that on. Oh, I know what I haven't done. I need to just that arm out the back. There we go. That was just adjusting this bit, this roller bit here, that there. I wanted to make sure that was out as far as it would go, so it would take everything. Now I suppose is the this is the taste test, because I'm sure these do round. If they don't, we're in trouble. And the theory here being as well with this, I can come up on 3 at a time, which is also going to make it absolutely brilliant. Another reason why using the Anderson is perfect for this. So what I should be able to do is drop that down onto there, do that, do that. Probably do the weight on the back of this actually, and feeling this a little bit light. And we should, again, in theory, be able to do that and that. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Round bales are not supported? What? I thought they were. Oh man. I've now got a lot of round bales I can't do anything with. You've got to be kidding! what do I do now? Why are they not supported? I could have sworn round bales were supported. I'll just put that down there now. So all the people that up until now have been shouting at the screen because I've been spending all this time doing round bales and you knew that they didn't. You know what? I'm losing my mind. I could have sworn when I looked at all this originally in 911 that this did round bales. I could have sworn it did. This machine can pelletize straw and hay right in the field. Attached to the concept bale shredder, it can also be used stationary. Attach the bale shredder to the Primus 5000. Shred bales and pelletize the material. Bale shredder can be attached to the Primus front right side in driving. Check that the yellow arrow on the pallet is pointing towards the Primus. But it doesn't say there whether it's... I have got to be going mad. Oh man. Oh. That's what you might call an absolutely mahoosive problem. What can I do to solve this problem? Oh, I know what I can do to solve this problem, but I really don't want to. It's going to take ages and ages and ages. The only thing I can do now is shred all of these back into straw. Oh man, I'm going to be here all day. Shred all these back into straw. Then spread them back on the fields, then rebale. Oh, goody gumdrops. Okay. Well, this really hasn't turned out how I thought it was going to, and there's absolutely no way I'm going to get anything put in. You know what I'm going to do? Let's put these back on the stack for the time being. I'm going to swap out and get it back on my own square baler. I'll put the fast bale, that go back to the store, and the rest I've got to do, I'll do square, and I'm going to get a load of square bales over and let's get those done. I need to collect all the round bales I've already done though. Seriously. My memory cannot be that bad, surely. Anyway, on a lighter note, before I move off and have a cry in the corner, massive shout out to Porter. Thank you very much, Porter, and to Porter's girlfriend for taking them to the post office. I received a load of patches from the United States Air Force today from Porter. After doing my man cave kind of tour of my 50,000 subscriber special, he said he would send me some patches to go in the man cave, and they arrived this morning. So Porter and Porter's girlfriend, thank you very, very much indeed. Very much appreciated. They are going to go up in the man cave with pride. Thank you for your service. Yeah, fantastic. Right. See you later on. Some more time has passed. I've finished crying. I'm okay now. Right, I've cleared all the round bales off that, and a couple of the other field 15. So I've now got 4 stacks of round bales I can't do anything with, plus a load more still over there. I then went and took my square baler, as you've just seen, over to field 78. I've done 78 and part of field 15. Problem is I'm up to 196 bales created in this session. plus I've got 2 grass bales up in the barn at Debbie's farm, so we're up to 198, so I'm near the limit, so I've had to stop baling for the time being. So what I've done is collected a load of the square bales. As you can see, very neatly stacked. You can probably understand why they're neatly stacked. So I've grabbed 2 off the top. If this comes up baled or supported now, it's controller through screen time, I think. And the great thing we're doing this way, I can put 2 on at a time. Whoa! Let's do that and that. Right, so I can work my way through these. Once a load of these are processed, I'll finish baling the rest of field 15 with square bales. That's what I might do, is close that gate. I'll process all these square ones I've got, and then, like I say, what I'll probably do is off screen all of these. If I think of a very clever way of doing it, I might show a clip of it, but what I need to do is put these into a feed mixer, shred them all back down again into loose material. That loose material then needs to go through a square baler and then be stacked again. So if there's a way I can sort of semi-automate that, I'm trying to work out how I might be able to do that, but at the moment I really don't know. Right, we are getting straw pellets. That's a good start. All I need to do now is get a full trailer load. We'll take that full trailer load to the barn and sell a full trailer load, and that'll be what everything I wanted to achieve in this episode complete. Apart from obviously the round bale faux pas, but I still got to use the round baler, the fast bale, so I don't mind really too much. I'll just keep telling myself that. It makes it all alright at that point. Oh man. Never mind. Right, swap a little bit on there. Clear. So, like I say, this will now continue for a little bit, and then that probably wasn't the best placement of that. Once I get a little bit lower, actually, I can just offload them from the other side. I probably still can at this point, but I was a little bit concerned it would be too high on the stack, but it's actually alright, isn't it? I say this bale grab is just awesome. I absolutely love it. What a fantastic bit of kit. Works so well, really smooth, nothing catches on it, you don't get bales falling all over the place, it just works, you know. That's what you need. Gear that just works. So what I think I might do, once I get a few on here, it's difficult. The pity with this is you can't stack, you know. You could stack a load up and it would sort of gradually take them. But again, that's kind of, you know, it doesn't get much more automated than this, but of course we're always looking for that next step ahead. What can we do next? What bit can we automate to make it even faster still? But, so we can see through the window. Oh, no, I thought I'd be able to stand on that, but I can't. Okay, that ladder didn't work either if I recall correctly last time, no. Let's just climb up on the premise. I'm going to go up on here. Let's have a look. Okay, we're going alright. Let's go through. Next load on. Job's a good one. Excellent. Put that down a little bit. And there we go. See you later. Well, just gone 10 to 6. First full load of 30,000 litres of straw. Everything is now baled. Like I say, I've got some transferring and stuff to do. We created exactly 200 bales. So obviously the ones we had, I processed some, then went back over, excuse me, and then baled the last few. But yeah, 200 on the nose. I said I thought it'd be about 180, so 200 bales. Wow. I've got a lot to process now. 50 figuratively and actually. I'm going to have to do a bit of, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Bit of thinking as to what I'm going to do with this. But what we're going to do is go to the barn, sell this load and see what we get for 30,000 litres of loose straw pellets. Like I say, bearing in mind this is a byproduct. I mean, this can be used for bedding if you just have straw bales, total mixed ration, various different things. But put it into pellet form, we can make a bit of money on this. Now, we already made off of the oat harvest 144,000 in the last episode. So this, to my mind, is all icing on the cake. Yes, we've had to pay out to lease the balers and the loading wagon, the bale auto stack wagon, and we are going to have to pay mesh pellets for leasing the Primos, because if you use it down in their facility, you get charged an hourly kind of rate, but obviously we're out in the field and we're not, so we're using their equipment, so there will be a fee we're going to pay them for using it, for leasing their equipment. So straight along this road, we'll chuck a left into the barn and see where we're at. Yeah, the whole time I'm still racking my brains, going through various different mods in my head that I know are available, trying to think of various different methods of going about what I need to do. And then trying to think, is there a way to speed up that process? Can I automate it in some way? You know, what will I be able to do? It's a tricky one. It's my own fault. Yeah. Oh well. Nothing's ever easy, is it? Especially when I'm involved. Okay. Let's see, shall we? So I get a decent angle to reverse up to this as well. It's not a huge yard. I mean, you wouldn't get very big vehicles in here, would you? If this doesn't come up with the unload symbol now, I'm going to cry. Okay, so we should see the money rocket. Go on. Oh yes. 70,520 for one load of 30,000 litres. We are going to make some money. Now, it's going to be time consuming, so the money we're making is still going to be high, but I think it's going to be fairly commensurate with the effort put in. So anyway, with that, again, I always say this, I'm sorry if it's going to be a short episode, I'm not sure if it will be or not. I often say that and find it still 45 minutes long or whatever, but I think because of how much I've got to do now, we will call it there. We are debt free. We are now making money on top, which is absolutely fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you choose to do. Thanks for watching.